RiverBender.com's coverage of tonight's game brought to you by Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Morse Home Improvement, quality products and service since 1962. The Woodlands Golf Club, the best greens in the Alton area. St. Peter's True Value Hardware and Rentals, start right, start here. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. The Medicine Shop in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Eagle Windows and Siding, when integrity counts. And by Meridian Bank, large enough to serve all your banking needs, small enough to care about you.
The Alton Redbirds and the Collinsville Cahawks getting set to tip things off here in regional play. Redbirds with another outstanding season, 23-6. They are 9-2 at home and really didn't lose their first home game until just recently. So went on a nice run here at home and have been real successful throughout the season. We're just about ready to tip things off. Redbirds and Collinsville Cahawks at the center circle. It's David Jackson for the Redbirds, and the tip is won by Jackson and Alton. Reuben Cotto with the basketball at the top of the key between the circles. Cotto going right side to Matthews. Matthews with the basketball across to Zach Brown. Brown now back to Matthews as they play catch top of the key. Brown on the left side now turns, gives it to Matthews. Down in the corner they go to Jackson near the baseline. Out top is Zach Brown again. Here's Reuben Cotto with the ball. Right side between the circles, works it to Matthews, gets it back. Now he's going to take a three from the top of the key, and it rattles off the rim, no good. Matthews with the board, back up and in.
Good offensive rebound by Ryan Matthews and gets the putback off the Cotto miss.
Here's the Cahawks with the basketball now, and top of the key. Shanahan with it, works it down into the corner. Fernandez with it, shot off. No good. Rebound backing up by Fernandez.
Boy, Fernandez got away with a push in the back there on Jackson. Pushed him out of bounds. Was able to get the easy offensive rebound after he pushed him out of the way and put it back in for two.
Here's Matthews to Zach Brown. Pass. They try and go down low and off of a Redbird player out of bounds. Well, they're going to say it's off of number 25, I believe, for the Alton Redbirds there. Brandon Smith, who was down near the baseline. And so the Cahawks will get the basketball. Fernandez to throw it in. Thibault with it up the left side. Into the paint to Fernandez off the glass. His shot no good, and there's Jackson with a board. Reuben Cotto up the left side. Cotto drops it off to Zach Brown in the corner. Here's Jackson near the top of the key. Dribbles toward the paint. Now he'll get it to Matthews in the corner to Cotto. Works his way to the paint, off the glass and in.
Strong drive by Cotto to the basket and able to finish in traffic.
On the other end, a three on the way from the corner. That's good for the Collinsville Cahawks. They are on the board. That's Ash with a three-pointer. On the other end, Zach Brown now on the right side. Down in the corner to Brandon Smith. Out top, it's Matthews with a three on the way, and it's good. The Redbirds answer with a three of their own.
Well, Matthews had a big three-point contest before the game. He knocked down 9 out of 15, and he'll advance and hits his first one in the game.
Fernandez finds the steam, and he's off the glass and in for the Collinsville Cahawks. This one's knotted at 7.
Good start offensively for both teams.
There's Zach Brown left side, gets it to Matthews between the circles, and gets it right back. Brown will come up between the circles, work it to Matthews left side. Back out top to Brown and around to Cotto on the right side. Zach Brown with the ball. Now Cotto comes between the circles. Left side to Matthews. Back to Cotto in the corner on the left side. Out top, Matthews with it. Works it around right side to Brown. Top of the key, Matthews with it. Zach Brown again. Now to Jackson near the baseline on the right side. Jackson trying to get it in the paint. Tipped away by Collinsville, and they have the basketball. Cahawks up the floor. It's number 30 controlling things. Shanahan at the top of the circle. He'll work it to Ash. Here's a bounce pass down low. Fernandez near the paint. Gets it knocked away from him. Has to save it. And does so to his own player out near the top of the key. And Collinsville will reset the offense. Shanahan with it. Works it to Ash. Left side they go. Schliefer with it. Now it's Fernandez again. Top of the key. Back to Schliefer. Guarded by Cotto. Gets around him. Tries to pass down to the baseline to Ash, but it's out of bounds. And the Redbirds will get the basketball on the turnover.
Collinsville playing with a great deal of confidence in the early going on offense. And probably feeling pretty good about themselves, knowing that they came in and beat this Redbird team just a few weeks ago.
Redbirds basketball as they bring it across the timeline. Work it right side to Parker into the ball game now. And here's Matthews with it. Riddle Springer into the game as well between the circles. Now they work it down to Brandon Smith in the right corner. Back out top to Riddle Springer. Now down around to Matthews on the left corner. Hands it off to Brandon Smith with a jumper that's good.
Well, both teams shooting the ball very well here in the early going.
That was Elliott, with that one. Out top they go. Collinsville with the basketball. Working it left side. Top of the key, Schliefer driving, and he'll be fouled as he gets near the paint.
First foul of the game on either team.
3:41 on the clock. First quarter action, 9-7 in favor of the Redbirds. There's a couple of substitutes into the ball game now for Collinsville, including London and Browning. And London with the basketball. And he'll come out top with it. Shanahan. London again on the left side. Driving between the circles now. Works it into the paint. Schliefer gets it stripped away. They drop it off. And whistle's blowing a foul call. As Brownie driving there. And draws a foul. Foul going to be on Parker. That'll send Brownlee to the line. First free throw attempt of the night. And it rattles out. Collinsville hanging in here early, 9-7. Trying to make it a one-point game with a free throw here. Off the back of the rim, no good. Riddle Springer with a rebound. Works it to Matthews between the circles, right side. Riddle Springer with it again. Here's Brandon Elliott. Or Brandon Smith, Riddle Springer with the basketball. Now they work it into the corner to Smith. And he travels with it. And a turnover. Now, Collinsville basketball.
After beating the Redbirds the last time here, the Cahawks lost to Edwardsville 57-42, beat Granite City 56-50, and then closed out the season with two losses, a loss to Belleville East and a loss to Belleville West.
Collinsville loses it out of bounds, and the Redbirds will get it right back. Matthews set to key it in to Cotto, who's in the backcourt. Redbirds with the ball and a 2-point lead. Here's Elliott into the ball game, working it to Smith in the corner. Now Elliott around to Cotto. Back to Elliott. Cotto works it left side now to Matthews. He's going to come out towards the top of the circle and get it to Elliott. Around they go, right side to Cotto. Cotto back to Elliott. He drives into paint, lets it go, and it's no good. Tip back up there by Smith. No good again, and Collinsville with the basketball. Quickly up the floor to London. Bounce pass in the paint that's stolen away. Here's Cotto going the other way, taking it to length. They'll draw the foul as he takes it to the hole.
Well, you knew when Reuben got in the open court there, he was going to take it all the way to the basket, and he goes strong and able to pick up the foul on Schliefer.
So the Redbirds at the line for the first time tonight now, and it's Cotto to do the honors. And the first one rolls in and out, no good. Fresh bodies in there for both sides. A couple players for Collinsville. The Redbirds will let Parker take a seat and put Jackson back in there. Cotto's next is good. 10-7 ball game now as Collinsville with the basketball back. And dribbling on the sideline again are the Cahawks. Shanahan turning it over to the Redbirds.
Fourth turnover of the quarter against the Cahawks.
Matthews set to throw it in now to Cotto between the circles. Left side to Matthews. Back out top they go, around to Elliott. Matthews to Jackson on the left corner. Top of the key, Elliott with it now. Back to Matthews. Redbirds looking for something down low. Now they go right side to Smith and right back out top with the basketball. Impatient here, waiting for a good shot. Here's Cotto with the one from the left side of three, and it rattles out. Rebound to Collinsville. Down the length of the floor they go. The shot on the way is no good. Rebound Fernandez, and on the putback, he's going to be fouled. We'll see who this one's on. I think it may be Smith.
Good hustle by Robbie Fernandez that time, running the length of the court, not assuming that the pull-up jumper was going to go down, and able to get the offensive rebound and earn himself a trip to the free throw line.
Fernandez at the line. 1:36 to go, first quarter, and it rattles out on his first one.
Cahawks 0 for 3 from the line in the first quarter.
Schleifer back into the ball game for the Cahawks, as Fernandez is set for his second free throw. And he hits it. 2-point ball game again, 10-8 now in favor of the Redbirds. They bring it up the floor. Cotto crossing the timeline, getting it to Matthews. Matthews on the left side. Now we'll get it to Cotto between the circles. Back to the left side, Matthews. Now Elliott with the basketball. Elliott at the top of the key. Plays catch with Matthews. Matthews with the ball now. Into the corner to Cotto. The three on the way, and it rattles out again. And on the rebound, the Cahawks come down with it. Cotto hasn't found his touch from that corner yet. They've had him open twice, and he's missed 2 threes there. Schleifer with it now to Fernandez, driving baseline, runs into Jackson, and a foul call against the Cahawks, a charging foul.
Fernandez on the drive that time threw his left elbow out a little bit into Jackson's chest, and Jackson maybe with a little bit of an acting job, but gets the foul call.
54 seconds left in the quarter, 10-8 in favor of the Redbirds. They have the basketball as Elliott and Matthews bring it up the floor. Matthews crosses the timeline on the left side. In the corner they go to Cotto. Back out top, Matthews and Elliott work it near the top of the key. Now here's Smith with a three. Collinsville got a piece of that, and it's going to go out of bounds, and the Redbirds will maintain possession.
Austin Ash with the block there on Brandon Smith. Collinsville sitting back in that 2-3 zone, forcing the Redbirds to utilize some patience here in the first quarter.
Cotto gets it into Jackson. Back to Cotto. His shot on the way, and it's no good. Rebound by Fernandez for Collinsville.
Tough angle for Cotto that time from our vantage point. Looked like he was a little bit behind the basket in the deep corner.
Schleifer with it. Now they work it to the right side to Ash. Back out top. Schleifer with it again. Working against Matthews at the top of the key. We'll get it to Fernandez right side. Redbirds in the man-to-man. Into the corner they go to Schleifer. Underneath, wide open, and an easy lay-in there for Brownlee. And that is how the quarter will come to an end. The score knotted up at 10. 10-10 our score after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Do you want to earn interest and still have easy access to your money? Meridian Bank offers 4 interest-bearing accounts: Money Market, Meridian Star, Now Account, and Super Now Account. Choose the account that fits your financial needs. Rates vary based on the account and balance. Stop by and ask for details. The smart way to financial success is at Meridian Bank on West 3rd Street in downtown Alton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
State Farm serves over 75 million auto, fire, life, and health policies in North America. And in the Riverbend area, Tom Lane is the newest face of State Farm. With 10 years experience, a highly trained staff, and a good neighbor attitude, He provides his customers with exceptional knowledge and service. Call 377-8912 or visit them on the web at tomlaneagency.net today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Alton High School. Dennis Laird alongside Nick Darr as we get set to start quarter number 2. Collinsville will have the basketball. Jayhawks work it down low underneath the basket. It's Brownlee who puts a shot up and it falls in. So now Collinsville with a lead.
What was interesting is the teams ended the first quarter. The Cahawks went into the huddle, a lot of high fives, a lot of smiles. Meanwhile, the Redbirds a little bit down.
Here's a shot on the other end by the Redbirds, no good. And Collinsville with the basketball on the rebound. Now foul call, and I believe this is going to be on Cotto as he come up the floor.
It's just hard to figure, really, the last 5 quarters between these two teams. On paper, the Redbirds obviously a far superior team, but the last 5 quarters, the Cahawks have won the battle and been able to tie them in that first quarter 10-10 and then they get the first basket of the second quarter.
Collinsville with the basketball. Top of the key. It's Shanahan with it. Work it right side to Fernandez. He drives. Now his pass thrown away out of bounds. I don't know if Riddlespringer touched that. He may have. It looks like he did. But Collinsville will maintain possession. They get it into Shanahan in the backcourt. He's guarded by Elliott. Works it up the left side now between the circles. Gets it to Ash in the paint. He lets it go, and it rolls in for him. Now a 4-point lead for the Cahawks as Matthews brings it up the floor for the Redbirds. Jackson with it down. Jackson to the paint. Underneath he goes. Riddlespringer wide open for an easy one.
A nice pass from Jackson that time, and Riddlespringer didn't even let his feet hit the ground. Straight up with it. Now an over and back call against the Cahawks, so the Redbirds are going to get it back, and Reuben Cotto is going to check back in.
Elliott will throw it into him in the backcourt, it looks like, as he stands in front of the scorer's table. Redbirds down by 2. They have the basketball. Cotto into the corner to Smith. Back out top they go to Elliott. In the corner again to Cotto. Elliott with the top of the key now to Riddlespringer as they play catch. Now Jackson in the corner on the left side. Shoots it across to Elliott. Elliott drives, free throw line down the lane, and whistles blow, and a foul going to be called as Elliott. Aggressive move there, taken to the hole to draw the foul.
Maybe a little out of control, but fortunate to get fouled on his way to the basket and a chance to shoot 2 now. Oh, they're going to say it was on the floor, I believe.
The Redbirds will throw it in from underneath their own basket. Matthews going to come back in now for Elliott. Second quarter action, 14-12. Collinsville leads the Redbirds. Cotto with it on the inbound, and his shot no good. He gets his own rebound, though, the putback, and he is hammered on the putback. So Cotto will go to the line.
Nothing coming easy for Reuben Cotto tonight. Hasn't made a 3, and just 3 points so far in the game, and fouled hard that time in the paint.
Cotto hits the first one. We'll have another. And he hit them both.
The biggest lead of the game so far tonight has been Collinsville up by 4. It's been close throughout.
14-14 our score now as Cotto hits both free throws. Collinsville basketball. Fernandez will bring it up the floor. On the right side they go. Now cross-court pass. Sleeper ends up with it. Ball stripped away, and here come the Redbirds. Cotto with it on the left side. They'll work it to Riddlespringer, around to Matthews. Now Elliott with it. Matthews on the right side. Back out top they go. Elliott going to let the three go, and it's no good. Rebound comes down to Collinsville, but Fernandez falls to the floor and is called for traveling.
I didn't like that last possession by the Redbirds. 4 passes all around the perimeter, never got it into the interior of the zone, and then Elliott launches a three. Got to work to the inside of that zone. That's where the soft spots are, and if nothing else, it makes the zone collapse and frees up your perimeter shooters for open jumpers.
Here's Jackson with a three. It falls. Big three there to give the Redbirds a 3-point lead. On the other end, Fernandez down the paint. He'll lay it in.
Well, Jackson got the block on Schliefer, but Fernandez right there to clean up the mess.
On the right side, it's Matthews. Gets the ball knocked away. Here come the Cahawks. Down by 1. They finally cross the timeline. Now stripped away by Cotto. And Cotto trips over the defender, falls to the floor, and loses the ball out of bounds.
Well, Cotto went behind the back with a dribble that time. If he would have been able to see Riddlesberger sprinting down the court wide open and could have made a behind the back pass to him, would have been an easy 2.
So Collinsville will have the basketball. And they'll throw it into Schliefer. He'll work it across the timeline. Drop it off. A shot on the way is no good. Rebound, Matthews. Matthews up the floor. Matthews kicks it out to Cotto. Lets the three go, and it's no good. Comes down off Collinsville and saved before it goes out of bounds to Schliefer.
Cotto was just fading to his left that time, not squared up on the three.
On the other end, whistles blow. Foul going to be called here. Redbird fans don't like that.
Well, it looked like it was going to be a steal, but they get Cotto reaching in from behind.
Cotto will take a seat. So will Jackson. It's like Brown and Parker coming in. Collinsville to throw it in from underneath their own basket with 4:25 on the clock. Shanahan to Fernandez, drives the baseline. Whistles blow and a foul going to be called here. It'll be on Parker. Schliefer back to throw it in for Collinsville. Gets it in the paint to Fernandez, who gets it stripped away by Matthews. Headed up the floor and then reaches in on him and is called for a foul. Fernandez fouling Matthews.
Boy, all of a sudden, it seemed like in the early going in the first quarter, officials letting them play, allowing a lot of contact, and now in the last few minutes, they're tightening things up a little bit. A few more whistles being called.
Jackson back into the ballgame for the Redbirds. Cotto coming back in as well.
But he doesn't sit for long. I don't think he sat at all against Edwardsville. And 2 short breathers tonight so far in the first half against the Cahawks.
Cotto to throw it in. Goes deep to Matthews. Right side. Smith. Back to Matthews. Now Zach Brown with it, and he'll travel with it and turn it over. Took a step before he put the ball on the floor. Call for traveling, and now the Cahawks with the basketball back.
And not much question about that one there, is Brown way too quick.
Schliefer with the basketball for the Cahawks as he crosses the timeline. Picked up by Cotto, works it right side. Now to Brownlee, whose shot is way off the mark. Rebound, Matthews. Matthews up the floor. We'll get it to Zach Brown. Brown back to Matthews. In the corner, it's Brandon Smith with it on the left side. Back out top. Brown with it to Cotto on the right side. Now Matthews works it to Jackson in the corner on the left side. Back out top. The Redbirds with it. Brown and Matthews play catch. Here's Brown with a three on the way, and it's no good. Rebound by Collinsville.
Zach Brown hit 9 3-pointers in the 3-point shootout before the game.
There's Ash driving, gets it to Shanahan, who lets the three fly, and it's no good. Rebound, Jackson quickly up the floor to Cotto. He loses it off his foot, and the Cahawks get it right back. Still a 1-point ball game, 17-16 in favor of the Redbirds. Here's Ash going to try a three, and it's good.
Boy, Ash left wide open that time and buries the three. Gets the Cahawks back on top by 2.
Redbirds with it. Matthews to Brown on the right side. Back to Matthews, now to Cotto. Right side is Brown. And he travels with it again.
5th turnover of the half against the Redbirds, and they look a little out of sorts offensively, especially.
Elliott going to come into the ball game now for the Redbirds. Cotto going to sit down again. Riddlespringer in as well for Alton.
Redbirds, the second leading scoring team in the Southwestern Conference at 63 a game, just 17 so far, with 2:22 left to go in the first half.
Nice defensive play there by Brandon Smith. They were trying to get it into Brownlee, and he knocks it away out of bounds. Schleifer now set to throw it in for Collinsville. Deep, they go to Ash. Right side, Schleifer with it. Here's Ash with another three on the way, no good. Rebound, Brownlee back up and in.
Well, Brownlee just quicker to the basketball than any of the Redbirds right there, and out hustling Alton in that situation.
Elliott to Riddlespringer, tries to get it in the paint to Jackson. And a foul going to be called, and this is going to be a charging foul against Riddlespringer.
You look at the two benches right now, the Cahawks bench on their feet, excited, everybody into the game, and over on the Redbird bench, meanwhile, some long faces as they are pretty stunned right now, down 4, less than 2 to go in the half.
Crowd not quite into it as much either, as Collinsville has got that 4-point lead. Here's a shot on the way that's no good. On the rebound, loose, and they're going to say it'll be Collinsville basketball, or Redbird basketball, as London touches it, trying to save it going out of bounds. So Matthews set to throw it in for the Redbirds. Cotto waits on it with 1:49 on the clock left in the half. Matthews up the left side, gets it to Riddlespringer. Back to Matthews. Now to Brandon Smith. Matthews around to Riddlespringer. To Jackson. In the paint, Brandon Smith with a shot on the way. It's no good. Tipped around, rebound. Riddlespringer back up and in.
Boy, has he provided some energy the last 2 games, getting on the glass there and cutting the lead to 2, and now almost a steal.
Brownlee with it. And he'll work it to the right side. Here's Schleifer getting it to Shanahan. Shanahan will get it to Brownlee, top of the key. Right side they go. Thibault. Now London with it at the top of the key. Drops it off to Brownlee. Thibault with it on the left side. Here's London at the top of the key. Gets it to Brownlee on the left side. Brownlee looking for help. Gets it to Thibault around his defender in the paint. Lets it go, and it's good.
Got the Redbirds scrambling that time on defense and able to knock down the mid-range jumper.
Jackson on the left side for the Redbirds. He'll let the three go. And it's good. Nobody come out and guarded him, so he let it go.
He's just standing there waiting for somebody to come guard him. Nobody did. He knocks down the 3.
Makes it a 1-point ball game. Schleifer for Collinsville. At the top of the key, working against Matthews. Drives. Gets it to Brownlee. Open on the baseline. An easy lay-in for him.
Same way the first quarter ended.
And at the buzzer, a desperation shot that almost goes in, but no good. And that is how the half comes to an end with the Collinsville Cahawks leading the Alton Redbirds 25-22. We'll be back with halftime after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Morse Home Improvement since 1962.
Did you know that Morse Home Improvement has been remodeling homes since 1962?
What does that mean to me?
Listen, experience matters. That means that you get a company with a proven track record and expert work done at fair prices. The fact that they've been around since Kennedy was president means that you can rest assured that you're getting the best in home improvement.
For your free estimate, call Morse Home Improvement today at 46-50505.
Redbirds hoping to have made the correct adjustments at halftime.
Kevin Riddlesberger is the one adjustment they've made to the starting lineup as he starts the second half and places Zach Brown.
Cotto will get it to him right away on the left side. Now back to Cotto in the corner. Out top they go. Matthews going to let the three go, and it's good. Good start for the Redbirds. Get some momentum on their side.
We'll see if Riddlesberger guards Schliefer here to start the second half, with Cotto having 2 fouls. He will.
Here's Shanahan at the top of the key. He'll work it to Ash. Ash on the right side to Fernandez. Back to Ash. Top of the key. Here's Shanahan for 3, and it's good. And that's a big start for Collinsville. They come right back and answer with a 3 of their own.
Boy, that is after the 3 from Matthews. You think the Redbirds may be going to go on a run, but then they come right back and answer with a 3.
Cotto into the corner. It's Smith driving the baseline. Off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound on the putback. Will draw the foul. Almost got himself too far under the basket the first time, but was able to get his own rebound and draw the foul. Now head to the stripe.
Good aggressive move by Brandon Smith that time, going to the basket. Haven't seen much of that in recent games from him, and see if he can get himself going at the line.
It's the free throw. And we'll have another.
Matthews really shooting the ball well tonight. 9 3-pointers in the 3-point contest. And he's hit a couple so far in the game as well.
He hits them both free throws. 28-27 now the score in favor of Collinsville. And it's Ash dropping it off to Shanahan, but he loses it. Picked up by Cotto. He'll go the length and laid off the glass and in.
So quick, he gets the steal, and then once he got past his man, there was nobody going to catch him, and he gets the easy lay-in.
Fernandez will cross the timeline for Collinsville and drop it off to Ash, who drives, kicks it out to Shanahan. Down low they go to Fernandez. Underneath they go to Thibault, and he's going to be fouled. Open on the backside again. We've seen Collinsville get some guys open down low a few times in the first half. They got Thibault open that time, and he'll head to the stripe.
Well, the key thing is the Cahawks with unselfish basketball and really looking to move the ball and make the extra pass.
Thibault gets the first free throw.
Seems like in all 3 quarters we've had scoring spurts to start the quarter and then slow down to a lull in the middle of the quarter.
Thibault at the stripe to shoot his second free throw. And it's good. He hits them both. And now I think the officials heard a horn from the crowd, and they're trying to make sure it's going to be removed from the gymnasium. Come from the student section, all the officials looking over towards that student section.
And both free throws, they had the horn go off, and some officials from Alton High trying to find out who it was, and he or she probably going to be escorted from the building.
Now the players looking up there as well. They want to get this game going. 30-29 in favor of the Cahawks. Both teams come out here in the second half shooting a little bit better. And it looks like we may be ready to go here now. As the Redbirds get it in. Cotto to Matthews across the timeline in the corner to Jackson. He gets his pass knocked away, and the Cahawks come up with it. Schliefer up the floor quickly. He'll drop it off to Ash. Almost gets it stripped away. Now Schliefer with it back. He loses it. Smith will pick it up. Smith around Schliefer. He gets fouled as it takes it to the hoop and it's ball.
Well, they put Brandon Smith on Schliefer. He's so long, he's able to get the steal and then makes a great move. Gets a lot of contact, but able to get the layup to go in. Really more of a fadeaway jumper than a layup, but able to get it to fall, and now he'll go to the line.
Smith to try to convert the three-point play, and he does. Redbirds back in front now, 32-30.
Well, it's a different Brandon Smith so far in the second half. 5 points now in the second half.
Thibault to Shanahan, now Schliefer with it. Back to Thibault. Right side, here's Fernandez. Now Schliefer with it again. Out top. Shot on the way, and it's way off the mark. Shanahan's three goes out of bounds. Redbirds get it back.
The student body letting Shanahan hear about that shot.
Up the floor come the Redbirds. Cotto with it in the paint to Brandon Smith, who lays another one in.
What a dish for Reuben Cotto on the fast break, and the Redbirds have upped the intensity so far in the second half.
Schliefer on the right side, stripped away again by the Redbirds. Brandon Smith up the floor again. Smith takes it to the hole, misses, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in.
Collinsville wants a timeout now as Brandon Smith has started off the second half in incredible fashion. 9 points in the first 3 minutes of the second half.
Redbirds lead 36-30. We'll take a break. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Thinking about doing some home improvement? The time has never been better than right now thanks to Eagle Home Improvement. We can handle all your remodeling needs, including windows, siding, sunrooms, roofs, decks, and so much more. Right now, save 33% on Eagle Board energy efficient siding. Save 25% on Eagle Series Gold Collection windows. Save 10% on sunrooms and 15% on the project of your choice. We even offer financing for all your remodeling needs. Call Eagle Home Improvement today for a free in-home estimate. 618-259-2500.
St. Peter's True Value Hardware has great bargains. Here are just a few. A Quickie 24-inch Super Bulldozer push broom is now only $7.99 and comes with a 7-year warranty. Energy prices are on the rise. Buy a West Point 13-watt compact fluorescent mini bulb for just $1.99 each, less $1 mail-in rebate. And keep the dirt out with a weather-resistant doormat. Your choice, half-round or rectangular, now only $6.99. Bargains are always at St. Peter's True Value Hardware on State Street in North Alton. Start right, start here.
Back at Alton High School, Dennis Laird alongside Nick Darr. Collinsville basketball down by 6 now. Schliefer with it in the backcourt. Redbirds with some pressure and then man-to-man, and they're going to get a steal again. Now stolen right back by Collinsville's Thibault. He drives. Matthews trying to draw the charge, but they're going to call him for the foul.
Boy, Matthews and the Redbirds get a steal, and then for some reason, Matthews just throws it right to the Cahawks, and he threw it right to Thibault, and Thibault brings it down, and then Matthews compounds things, picking up the blocking foul and sends Thibault to the line.
And he misses off the front of the rim with his first one. Jackson going to come back into the game for Alton. London back in the ball game for Collinsville. Thibault's second on the way, and it's good. 36-31 now in favor of the Redbirds. And now Brownlee back into the ball game. He had a big first half for Collinsville. Here's Cotto coming up the floor quickly all the way down the paint, off the glass and in.
Redbirds forcing the issue here in the second half. Even off a made free throw, they get a fast break as Reuben Cotto takes it the length of the floor.
Here's London with it on the right side. He'll drop it off to Ash. Now London with it again. In the corner, double teamed, in trouble. Matthews ties him up, jump ball. Collinsville, though, with the possession error.
Boy, it's just like two different teams, though, in the second half here. The Redbirds' intensity level much, much higher here in the second half on both ends of the floor.
Must have been a good pep talk at halftime. Schleifer will get it in to Ash. Now London, around they go. Schleifer again, there's Brownlee in the paint, spins, lets it go, and he's going to be fouled as he misses a shot and will head to the stripe. Brownlee with 8 points in the first half. No points yet here in the second half, but just into the ball game. And he stands at the stripe. And hits it. They'll have another. Brownlee's next on the way is no good. Jackson with the board, and here comes Cotto. Across the timeline, gets it to Smith. Smith driving, Smith to the paint, and he's going to get the ball knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. Redbirds will maintain possession. Good defensive play there by the Cahawks. Cotto gets it into Matthews. They try to get it back to Cotto, and he was double teamed, and Thibault takes it away.
Not a good pass from Matthews that time.
Schleifer with it on the right side. Back to Thibault, top of the key. Back to Schleifer. Tries to get it down low, does it. Thibault gets around two defenders, but can't get a good shot off. Jackson comes down with the air ball, and here comes Elliott. Brandon Elliott down the paint, off the glass, no good. And stolen away by Cotto, reverse layup and in. Boy, great steal by Cotto after the great move by Elliott, and then an unbelievable reverse layup. And now foul going to be called against Smith. 40-32 now in favor of the Redbirds. 3:28 on the clock, third quarter action. They make a couple changes. Barker going to come in for Jackson, and Smith going to take a rest as well. Riddlespringer back in there. Schleifer with it for Collinsville. Out top they go to Thibault. Thibault driving into the paint, lets it go. Rattles in and out, no good. Here's Jackson with an outlet pass to Riddlespringer all the way to the glass and in and one. Boy, the Redbirds looking to run at every opportunity, no matter who's got the ball in their hands, Cotto or Riddlespringer, Elliott. They're looking to press, push the basketball, and that time it turns into a possible three-point play. Cotto, who took an elbow on the offensive end, is going to go get a towel, and I thought maybe go to the bench, but I think he's going to stay out there. Official taking a look at him to make sure there's no blood. Cotto wants to talk to him a minute about why that wasn't a foul. Official explaining to him. Cotto did a little bit of acting as well as he fell to the floor, but couldn't draw the foul. Worked out for the Redbirds, though. They missed the shot and got the lay-in, and now Riddlespringer trying to make it a three-point play. He misses. Rebound comes down to Ash. The ball loose now. Thibault picks it up. He's in trouble. In the backcourt, gets it to Schleifer. They'll work it up the right side. Now he dribbles it off his foot. And they'll say it was out of bounds.
I think they're going to say it was off the foot of Riddlespringer and get him for a kick. But boy, what a half so far for the Redbirds. They're up 10 after trailing by 3 at the half.
Collinsville gets it in. Down low they go to Brownlee. Now a foul going to be called on the Redbirds. Parker.
They've outscored the Cahawks 20-7 in the third quarter. 20 points in the third quarter with 2:54 still left to go. They only scored 22 the entire first half.
They have definitely been a different team here in the third quarter. Down low they go to Brownlee. Collinsville with a bucket.
Well, Brownlee's been able to just get himself free down low for some easy layups all night long. He's got 10, I believe. Make it 11.
Cotto will work it to Elliott to Riddlesberger. Now back to Cotto. He's going to let the three go, and it's no good. The rebound comes down to Collinsville. Ash with the basketball. Works it up the floor. Now to the paint they go to Brownlee. This shot no good. Rebound by Cotto. He's headed up the floor quickly. We'll drop it off to Jackson. Jackson called for traveling. Collinsville will get it back. Shanahan set to throw it in for Collinsville. Brownlee going to check out as Fernandez back in for him.
Shanahan is inbounding the ball over on the sideline, and the Redbird student body is letting him have it about that air ball earlier.
Schleifer down the floor. He loses the basketball, but it's picked up by Ash, and he's on the sidelines, out of bounds. Redbirds basketball.
Well, I love what the Redbirds have done against Schleifer here in the second half. A different look almost every time down.
Here's Cotto in the paint. Cotto with a shot that falls in. One of those, how'd he get that shot off?
I have no idea. A scoop shot with his back to the basket, really.
They're kind of getting used to seeing that from him.
Yeah, just hold home now.
There's Fernandez for the travel as he got the ball in the paint. Walks with it and turns it right back over to the Redbirds.
Well, now the Redbirds have equaled their point total in the first half in the third quarter. 22 points in the first half, now 22 in the third quarter, and we've still got a minute 39 left to play.
Redbirds much more patient in the first half, and they've come out in the second half and just run up and down the floor.
I think they decided there was no time for patience at halftime.
Matthews with it at the top of the key. And now to Cotto on the left side. He'll get it to Elliott. He'll drive the baseline, and foul going to be called, it looks like, on Brownlee for Collinsville. Minute 23 to go, third quarter. Redbirds with a 10-point lead, 44-34. Cotto gets it in to Smith. Smith with a shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Thibault. He'll get it out to Ash, who'll bring it up the floor. Ash between the circles. Now we'll drop it off to Shanahan. Shanahan drives, free throw line, and a charging foul called. They'll say he threw an elbow.
And that, I think, just a little frustration on the part of the Cahawks as they have been guarded so intensely here in the third quarter. They're starting to get a little bit frustrated on the offensive end.
Redbirds have definitely stepped it up on both sides, offensively and defensively. Cotto now stands at the top of the key. Redbirds going to hold for the final shot here with under a minute to play in the quarter. Cotto just standing at the center circle.
Edwardsville coach Mike Waldo in the stands appreciates this offense here.
Smith will have it now. Play catch with Matthews for a while at the top of the key. And now Cotto and Matthews at the top. Down to 30 seconds. Cotto all by himself now. Collinsville going to drop back in the zone and wait on him. Now they'll send someone out on Cotto, and he'll work it right side to Matthews. Matthews all alone. Backs up the dribble. Gets it to Smith. Right back to Matthews. Now here's Zach Brown coming out. Matthews with it, driving. In the corner they go to Jackson, down to 5 seconds. Jackson with a block. Brownlee comes up with the loose ball, and they'll throw it the length of the floor, and that will be the final play of the quarter. But the Redbirds with a huge quarter lead the Collinsville Cahawks after 3, 44-34. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Looking for that perfect place to host a reception, rehearsal dinner, or other special event? The Woodlands Banquet Facility is the perfect solution. The elegant dining room offers a spectacular view of the course, full amenities, and can accommodate up to 250 guests. Call today for more information or to reserve your date. And don't forget to check out our special winter golf rates. Mention you saw this ad on RiverBender.com and receive an additional $5 off your greens fees.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Alton High School. Dennis Laird alongside Nick Darr. Matthews to get it into Cotto. Now they talk it over for a moment. Cotto with it on the right side. Comes to Elliott, top of the key. Now Brandon Smith with it. Up top, Elliott. And the ball stripped away by Collinsville. Ash with a steal. Ash down the floor, and Ash runs into traffic and loses the basketball.
Both teams committing their 10th turnovers of the night.
Cotto will bring it up the floor for the Redbirds. Quickly to Jackson. Back out top to Matthews. In the corner, Cotto with it. Back out top, Matthews driving. Now Cotto from the corner, going to let the three go, and it's good. Cotto finally finds the three ball.
Boy, all of a sudden he's got, you look up, he's got 16 points after just 5 in the first half.
He scores them in bunches. Here's a foul. This one's going to be on Cotto, I believe.
His third of the night.
Schleifer will bring it across the timeline and work it to the right side. They try to get it to Brownlee, pass too long, and Smith comes up with it. Smith down the floor from the free throw line is good.
Another guy scoring in bunches here in the second half is Brandon Smith. Just 2 at halftime, and now he's got 13.
Shanahan to Fernandez. Now back to Shanahan. His 3 on the way and rattles out. Matthews with the board for the Redbirds. Quickly up the floor to Cotto. Cotto to the paint. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's a 3 on the way, and it's no good. But he draws a foul, I believe.
Boy, a late foul from Shanahan. No need for it. Never foul a jump shooter. And he bails Jackson out as he missed the 3. But able to go to the line, he'll shoot 3 shots.
Jackson was 6 points on the night, both threes. And out the line, hits the first one. 50 on the board for the Redbirds. They lead 50-34. Jackson hits the next one. Tebow back into the ball game now for Collinsville. Shanahan takes a seat. Jackson hits all 3. 52-34 in favor of the Redbirds. 6:33 left in this one.
Redbirds have outscored the Cahawks 30-9 in the second half.
Here's Ash working across the timeline down the left side. Turns around, gets it to Schleifer. Out top is Thibault with it between the circles. Now Schleifer. On the right side. Works it to Ash, who's down the key and gets a shot off, but a foul going to be called. And now a technical foul going to be called, I believe, on Fernandez.
Boy, and the things getting away from the Cahawks now is all of a sudden they look up and they're down big, down 18, and now committing a technical foul. Matthews will go to the line and shoot the technical after they got Fernandez on the push underneath the glass on the other end. That's not the first time he's done that tonight. It's the first time he has been called for it, however.
And then some extracurricular activity gets him the technical. Matthews at the line to shoot, and he hits the first one. misses the next one. Now Matthews will shoot again. He hits this one. 2 out of 3 now from the line. And they get 3 out of 4. 55-34 in favor of the Redbirds. They'll keep the basketball after the technical foul. That looks like they'll take a timeout first. 55-34 in favor of Alton. We'll take a break. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Take a look around. Take a good look. See something you want to sell? That rarely used bicycle? A lawnmower? A car? Want to sell the house? Sell them all at RiverBender.com. Just log on to RiverBender.com, click on the classified button, and design your own classified ad. And here's the best part. If you're a non-business entity, it's free. That's right, F-R-E-E, free. RiverBender.com. The Riverbend community at your fingertips.
Do you want to earn interest and still have easy access to your money? Meridian Bank offers 4 interest-bearing accounts: Money Market, Meridian Star, Now Account, and Super Now Account. Choose the account that fits your financial needs. Rates vary based on the account and balance. Stop by and ask for details. The smart way to financial success is at Meridian Bank on West 3rd Street in downtown Alton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Alton High School. Dennis Laird alongside Nick Darr. Cotto with the basketball on the right side. Cotto with a 3 on the way, and it rattles out. Rebound, Thibault for Collinsville. Up the floor, right side. Ball tipped around. Collinsville comes up with it. Now tipped around again, and Cotto has it. Cotto loses it. That's picked up by Ash. To Thibault, up the floor. Thibault in the paint, driving, and gets the bucket and the foul. Thibault running into Jackson to get the foul and the bucket.
Jackson went down hard, but not in good position, didn't have his feet set, and he gets called for the block as Thibault, forcing the issue, gets the basket and goes to the line.
And makes it a 3-point play. 55-37 the score now in favor of the Redbirds. Matthews almost had it stolen, gets it back. Here's Zach Brown. Out top to Smith. Smith driving. Free throw line jumper. No good. Tip back up. No good. And now the ball loose and out of bounds. Collinsville basketball.
3 Redbirds in double figures so far tonight. Cotto with 16, Smith with 13, and Matthews with 11. David Jackson has 9 points.
Cahawks up the floor quickly, wide open. Underneath the basket, the shot off is good. Just into the ball game, Mateo. First 2 of the night. Riddle Sprigger with it for the Redbirds. Now Matthews. Into the paint to Smith, back out to Matthews. Matthews to Brandon Smith, and now a timeout going to be called by the Redbirds. 55-39 in favor of the Redbirds. We'll take a timeout too. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
State Farm serves over 75 million auto, fire, life, and health policies in North America. And in the Riverbend area, Tom Lane is the newest face of State Farm. With 10 years' experience, a highly trained staff, and a good neighbor attitude, he provides his customers with exceptional knowledge and service. Call 377-8912 or visit them on the web at tomlaneagency.net today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
alongside McDar. Redbirds basketball after the timeout. Matthews set to throw it in. Matthews will get it into Riddlespringer. Left side, Smith with it. He tries to get it in the paint and it's stolen away by Mateo. Now Ash with it for Collinsville. They come between the circles. Gets it to Brownlee. Brownlee drops it off to Tebow. Cotto tries to go for the steal, but will be called for the foul.
And that's 4 on Reuben Cotto. See if he goes to the bench with 4:40 left to go. His team leading by 16.
Tebow back to the free throw line for Collinsville. It's the first one. They'll have another. 55-40 the score. Favor the Redbirds. 4:40 left on the clock. Tebow misses. Jackson with a board. In trouble. Double teamed under the basket. Now gets away and will work it to Riddlespringer. Now on the left side. Brandon Smith. Riddlespringer. Now Cotto with it. Cotto to Riddlespringer. Now Brandon Smith with it. Cotto in the paint. Gets it off the glass. No good. But he is fouled as he takes it to the hoop. Cotto will head to the free throw line.
Good cut by Cotto that time going to the basket and gets the ball and heads to the line.
Ball rolls around and falls out. They'll have another. And he hits this one. 17 now for Cotto on the night. Tebow with the left side will work at top of the key. Here's Ash down the paint, gets it stripped away, and a foul going to be called, stopping the clock with 4:06 to go.
Matthews picking up the foul there. Number 2 on him this evening.
Ash at the strike. Lets it go. And it's no good. We'll have another. And he misses that one. Brandon Smith with a rebound. Out front, driving. And runs right into Brownlee. He'll be called for the charge.
Yeah, no question there. Brandon Smith a little out of control that time and gets hit with the offensive foul. He's got 4 fouls now.
Collinsville basketball. Schleifer with it. Driving right side. Now to Brownlee. Into the paint. Off the glass and in.
Brownlee another basket down low. Now a turnover by the Redbirds.
Here comes the Cahawks again. Ash thought about a 3. Now drives. Kicks it back out. Schleifer with it. Top of the key. This is Ash. He goes to Mateo. Now Schleifer going to try the 3, and it falls short. Matthews with the board for Alton. Headed up the floor. Gets it stripped away by Thibault. We get it off to Mateo. Good bounce pass to Ash. He'll put it off the glass and in. And now timeout on the floor. 56-44 in favor of the Redbirds. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Morse Home Improvement since 1962.
Did you know that Morse Home Improvement has been remodeling homes since 1962?
What does that mean to me?
Listen, experience matters. That means that you get a company with a proven track record and expert work done at fair prices. The fact that they've been around since Kennedy was president means that you can rest assured that you're getting the best in home improvement.
For your free estimate, call Morse Home Improvement today at 46-50505.
St. Peter's True Value Hardware has great bargains. Here are just a few. A Quickie 24-inch Super Bulldozer push broom is now only $7.99 and comes with a 7-year warranty. Energy prices are on the rise. Buy a West Point 13-watt compact fluorescent mini bulb for just $1.99 each, less $1 mail-in rebate. And keep the dirt out with a weather-resistant doormat. Your choice, half round or rectangular, now only $6.99. Bargains are always at St. Peter's True Value Hardware on State Street in North Alton. Start right, start here.
George Depper giving him a hard time. Here's the inbound pass to Brandon Smith. And Smith loses it out of bounds. I think they called timeout prior to him going out of bounds. 56-44 in favor of the Redbirds. As they'll take a timeout, we'll take one too. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Thinking about doing some home improvement? The time has never been better than right now thanks to Eagle Home Improvement. We can handle all your remodeling needs including windows, siding, sunroofs, roofs, decks, and so much more. Right now, save 33% on Eagle Board energy efficient siding. Save 25% on Eagle Series Gold Collection windows. Save 10% on sunroofs and 15% on the project of your choice. We even offer financing for all your remodeling needs. Call Eagle Home Improvement today for a free in-home estimate. 618-259-2500.
Alongside Nick Darr. Matthews to throw it into Cotto. Cotto in the backcourt will bring it across the timeline to Matthews. Matthews drives and drops it off to Riddlespringer. Now Matthews with it. Double team, works it down in the corner. Brandon Smith with a move toward the hoop, misses. Jackson tries to go back up with it, and he gets hammered from behind. That leaves 2:27 on the clock.
Tebow hammers Jackson from behind and then gets called for the foul and looks at the ref and shrugs it. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it was a foul call.
Jackson from the line again. He rattles this one in and out. 3 for 3 up to that point tonight from the free throw line. Now 3 for 4. He gets this one. 57-44 Redbirds. Brownlee to Tebow. Now top of the key, it's Ash. Driving to the paint. He'll let it go. No good. Cotto with the board gets it stripped away. Ash with the back off the glass and in. Now timeout Collinsville. 57-46 in favor of the Redbirds. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Looking for that perfect place to host a reception, rehearsal dinner, or other special event? The Woodlands Banquet Facility is the perfect solution. The elegant dining room offers a spectacular view of the course, full amenities, and can accommodate up to 250 guests. Call today for more information or to reserve your date. And don't forget to check out our special winter golf rates. Mention you saw this ad on RiverBender.com and receive an additional $5 off your greens fees.
Party or wedding event. Party experts also have the advice you need, and the expert advice is always free.
That sports talk promo, baby.
Check out all the endless possibilities at St. Peter's Grand Rental on State Street in North Alton. Rent the equipment, seek the advice. Tune in Saturday morning for Sports Talk. The basketball scores, highlights, and more.
It's not quite as cool.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Alton High School. Dennis Laird alongside Nick Darr. 2:10 left on the clock in this one. Matthews set to throw it in. Gets it into Riddlespringer. Headed up the floor for the Redbirds. Crosses the timeline. Around two defenders. Takes it to the hole and in. Nice move by Riddlespringer.
I think Lane Bennett would have maybe likened his team to take a little more time off the clock, but Riddlespringer takes it right to the basket for a layup.
And here's a pass thrown away by Collinsville. Riddlespringer got to about the half-court stripe there, was around two defenders and figured, heck, wide open to the net. I'm taking it to the hole.
Exactly.
Here's Matthews getting it into Brandon Smith. One man to beat. Bounce pass to Jackson off the glass and in.
Great unselfish play by Brandon Smith that time. Finds Jackson wide open for the layup and extends the lead back to 15.
Here's London driving. London to Tebow. Against Jackson. He'll get called for the charge now.
They'll wave the basket off. A minute 34 left to go. The Redbirds up 15. Looks like they'll be playing Edwardsville on Friday night.
Some of the fans think so as they start to filter out. Matthews waits to get the ball from the officials as Collinsville makes some changes. 1:34 left to go in this one. Now the officials over at the scorer's table trying to get things squared away. Ready to go. Matthews to throw it in. Gets it to Riddlespringer. Riddlespringer headed up the floor. Works his way around London now to Brandon Smith. Gets the baseline, drops it off to Jackson. And they're going to call a charging foul, I believe, against Brandon Smith here.
Because the Redbirds aren't pulling it out, trying to take some time off the clock and get to the free throw line, but instead they're playing at the same speed almost that they played that third quarter.
They can't get out of that groove they got in coming out at halftime.
I like to see them in that mode offensively and maybe stay in that mode for the rest of the playoffs.
Looks like Elliott into the ball game now for Smith. Collinsville ball. They work it to Mateo. Now to Brownlee. Gets it tipped off his hands, out of bounds. Redbird basketball. It's like the Redbirds got an extra guard in there now. With Elliott, Matthews, Cotto, Riddlespringer, and Jackson the big man. Here's Matthews crossing the timeline. Double teamed and then finally fouled. He'll head to the free throw line with 1:08 to go.
Well, 4 Redbirds in double figures tonight. Riddlespringer almost there. He's got 8. Matthews one of those. He's got 11 points.
Stands at the free throw line and lets it go and hits the first one. Been good from the line tonight.
Came in averaging just over 8 points a night. Now we're 12.
4 out of 5 from the line. Make it 5 out of 6. 63-46 now in favor of the Redbirds. They're going to bring in Anthony Croft. For Collinsville basketball, Brownlee to throw it in. And he'll work it to London. London driving and off the glass and in. Nice job by London there. Now whistles below. A foul going to be called. That'll send the Redbirds to the line again. Looks like Levon McDougall into the ball game for the first time. Fouled and will head to the strike. McDougall hits it. We'll have another. 56.6 seconds left in this one. Levon McDougall will have another. The sophomore hits that one. 65-48 the score now in favor of the Redbirds. Brownlee going to check out for Collinsville. They get it into Mateo. And here come the Cahawks across the timeline. Collins with it. Works it to the right side. Now Mateo with it between the circles. Into the paint they go. Shot on the way. And whistles blow and a foul call. Neil Lanter, the junior, will head to the free strike.
Tonight's game is being broadcast live on RiverBender.com, so you can go to that website and watch the game. Got family members or friends out of town, maybe. They can go and watch on demand at RiverBender.com.
That's the video feed, and if you want the audio feed, that's at WBGZradio.com. Of course, we're on the audio feed of the video, so there are all kinds of choices anymore, huh?
Absolutely. Friday night's game against Edwardsville will be on RiverBender.com live as well, and AltonDailyNews.com, and of course on the Big Z. So if you can't get a ticket and it might be tough, there's all kinds of places to watch it or listen to it.
Redbirds trying to run the clock out down to 15 seconds. Elliott with the basketball. Now McDougall will hold on to it as the clock runs down. The final score, 65-48. The Alton Redbirds win. It'll move on to Friday night. We'll take a break and be back to wrap it up after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.